Hey, y'all ain't subscribed yet? Man, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button right now.
Right. Like, I'm gonna start with you. What are some things going on in our neighborhood, brother?
Bring it out.
Just let's speak. What are some things going on in the black and Hispanic neighborhood and community? Drugs. Sister said drugs. Speak on it, sis. What about it?
Bring it out. Okay, you said it was like.
Okay. Facts. What about you? We got drugs. What else going on? Gangs. You absolutely right. Gangs, drugs. Did you know that was prophecy? If we disobey God's commandments? Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
Moses said this will happen. Go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If the Israelites would not listen to God, the voice of God is right here. The laws of God. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
See that? The voice, the commandments of God go hand in hand. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So curses would be on a certain people that it seemed like they can't get out of it.
Right.
So meaning what? In 2024, we will be able to look out and see a people that these curses fit.
Right.
My brother, Desmond, we asked the sister, she said drugs. We asked the brother, he said gang violence. What are some things you notice in the black and Latino community today? Same thing. How is it that we all able to fully agree and know that it's messed up in our community?
Bring it out.
Think about that. What about when I go to the Jewish community? Do I see drugs all over the place? Hell no. They would clean that thing up in an hour. What about when I go to the Chinese community? Is it killings going on? Heck no. So watch this. It said curses would happen to the Israelites, right? I want y'all to pay attention because we're going to read a couple curses so we understand how we know we these people. My brother, where you see yourself on this sign. While we read this, look at these names and see where you identify with, bro. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
What would happen to the Israelites if we broke God's commandments?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Every city you go to, we see the same thing that y'all just mentioned.
Right.
You go to LA, what you see? Drugs, gangs, black on Mexican, homosexuality, police killing us. You go to Chicago, you think you're gonna see something different?
Bring it out.
You go to Miami, you think you're gonna see something different? You go to Juarez, Mexico, you think you're gonna see something different? No, they just speak a different language. They call it barrios instead of ghettos. They speak Spanish instead of English. But you see the same thing. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Come on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field. When was we cursed in the field, brother? When was we cursed in the field? When?
When we came in.
What fields was we cursed in?
Down south.
Yup. Down south, the cotton fields. The sugarcane fields.
Right.
Who is this talking about? Is this talking about everybody?
No.
Who is the Bible talking about?
Bring it out.
Because guess what? Not only was the so-called blacks cursed in the field, guess what? Guess what the natives and the Hispanics had to do when Christopher Columbus got over here? When Hernan Cortez got over here? Guess what we had to do? We had to pick potatoes.
Right.
You understand? We had to mine gold and silver and give it to the conquistadors.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
You understand? Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Because like we just mentioned, who do you see in the ghettos of America?
Bring it out.
Do you see all races?
Is this a ghetto?
Huh?
Is this
Who do you see?
Are we in a ghetto right now? This
Blacks.
is where I live.
Who you see in the hoods of America?
Is this a ghetto?
Who do you see in the ghettos of America?
See me right here today.
Us. Who's us?
Us Americans.
The blacks and Hispanics.
We the people.
Hey, y'all know what's going on. Y'all can attest to what's going on. Says who you see in the ghettos.
Me.
So who is the Bible talking to?
Us.
It's talking to the Israelites.
That's right.
And we will no longer allow another race of people to commit identity theft and claim us.
Right.
We are the Israelites.
Right.
God is talking to his people. You understand? Get that in verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
When was our kids given to another people? All right, hold on, brother. When was our kids given to another people? What happened when, think about it, sis, my brother, when we was on auction blocks, right? If the slave master wanted you at a certain plantation and your daughter had to go to another plantation in another city, could you do anything about it? You couldn't do nothing about it. You understand? What about ICE detention? What about immigration laws? It's people that come up here from Mexico, right? Which this used to be their land, right? And guess what? If they don't have papers, they will deport them back to Mexico, and they will put their children in the ICE detention center, and they will split them up. That's only happening to us. God is talking to you. He's talking to us. Read that from the top.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
It says we would long for our kids. We would long for our children. There's nothing we could do. You understand? That's what happened to us, brother. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted, bro. This is talking about us. You understand? One last thing, because I want to prove without a shadow of a doubt who we are. How did we get to this area of the earth?
Where, Denver?
How did we get to the Americas as black folks?
Slaves in Denver. Brought over in boats.
Brother said we was brought over in boats. What you say? How did black people get to America? It's in the history books. You don't know? What you say?
Get to America, you're a part of America.
Okay, sister. Hey, how did we get to America, sis?
You didn't get to America, you're a part of America.
Some of us was here, yes. But the majority of us was brought on ships from the west coast of Africa. How did that happen, sis?
How it happened is...
Did we fly here?
No.
Brought on what?
You already said on ship.
Slave ships. This is basic history. You understand? Get that. Get verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Exodus 20 and 2. It says the Lord shall bring the Israelites into Egypt again. Now we got to figure out what Egypt means. Because the Israelites at this time, back in the day, what was we doing in Egypt? No, the Israelites were the slaves. We was the slaves to Pharaoh.
Right.
So when God is saying, I'm going to send you back to Egypt again, that should give you a clue on what he's talking about. We're gonna read it.
Come on.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous for what? Bondage. We just read it. Bondage, right? Now go back to 28 and 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How did black people get to America?
Bring it out.
With ships.
How did Hispanics get sent to Europe?
Bring it out.
With ships.
How did the black man get sent to Jamaica?
Right.
With ships.
This is talking about us.
Right.
This is not talking about the white man.
Right.
This is not talking about the Chinese man.
That's right.
Christ was sent to one people, the Israelites. Get that in Matthew 15:24. Because if I asked everybody a basic question, right? I'm gonna ask you basic. Who did Jesus Christ come and die for?
Bring it out.
What you think? You say us, but what does the church say? What does our parents say? What does movies say? Who did Jesus Christ come and die for, sis? What was we taught? Whose sins?
Everybody. The sins of man. The sins.
There you go. They teach us Jesus came and died for all people.
Bring it out.
The sins of all people. But wait a minute. God told us that only one people will be judged for breaking his law.
Right.
So now we think he gonna send his son, and now everybody's included. No, we've been deceived. We've been deceived since 1492.
That's right.
We've been deceived since 1619.
Right.
That is not so. Read that.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said,
This is Jesus Christ speaking. What did he say?
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
A woman of another nation came to Christ and wanted Christ to heal his daughter. What did Christ say?
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said, I'm not sent but unto my people Israel. Christ told the woman, I'm not sent but unto the children of Israel.
That's right.
So where do we get Christ came for everybody from?
He died. We get it from Paul. What are you talking about?
Where do we get that from?
We get it from Paul.
We get it from Paul? Let's see what Paul said. Give me Romans 9. I like that. He said we get it from Paul. Let's see what Paul said. Read that. Come on.
Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed.
Paul said, who wrote the book of Romans? Anybody know?
Paul wrote the book of
Paul wrote the book of Romans. What did he say?
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Paul said, I wish I was accursed from Christ because he loved his people. Read.
For my brethren.
For my brethren. Read.
My kinsmen.
Think about it. When black folks say, hey, this is my kinfolk, these my kinspeople. Brother, is we talking about everybody? We talking about us.
That's right.
Right, that's what Paul is saying. He said, I wish that I could be accursed for my brethren, my kinsmen. Read.
My kinsmen.
Hey, no. Hey, hold on. Don't get distracted. Don't get. Hey, sister. Sis, that's what he wants. That's what he wants you to do. You good, sister? Sis, I got you. I got you, sis. I got you, sis. How you doing, sister?
How you doing?
We're going over who Christ was sent for. Sister, you good. Don't even worry about it. You good, sister? Hey, watch this. Hey, read that. Hey, y'all, pay attention. Pay attention. Read.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
So we're reading what Paul said. My sisters, my sister and my brother. We're reading what Paul said. Read.
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
If I say my kinsfolk, my kinspeople, am I talking about a race outside of me, or am I talking about us?
When you've invited everyone in.
Right, I'm talking about a relative. Thank you. My sister's on point. We talking about our relatives. Watch this.
Who are?
Right. You on point. Watch this. This is right. This is right. The same people. Our brother, your brother or your sister. Go ahead.
My kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Who are who?
Who are Israelites.
Who did Paul have love for that he wished he was accursed from?
Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption.
So to whom pertaineth, meaning to whom belongs to, everything Paul's about to list belongs to who? The Israelites. Read.
The adoption.
The adoption back to the Father. The adoption back to the Father pertains to the Israelites. Hey, brother. Hey, y'all, pay attention. Pay attention.
And the glory
to the family of Israel. You guys are purposely misreading this. The adoption of the Gentiles into the family of Israel after Israel rejected the Messiah.
Okay. Good, verse 3 again.
Okay.
Verse 3. For I could.
Hey, I appreciate.
We got to stick to the scriptures. Read.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ. For my brethren.
For my brethren.
My kinsmen.
Paul said, my kinsmen.
According to the flesh.
No, according to the Spirit.
According to the flesh.
No, anybody could be Israel.
According to the flesh.
According to the bloodline. According to the lineage. Read.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are the bloodline of the children of Israel. Read.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
To whom belongs the adoption?
And the glory.
The glory is only for the Israelites. The earth was made for the Israelites. Read.
And the covenants.
The covenants. Is that plural or singular?
And the covenants.
There was 2 covenants made. The old covenant of animal sacrifice. Guess who that was for? The Israelites.
Right.
The new covenant, where we don't have to sacrifice animals any longer, but we still got to keep God's commandments. Guess who that's for? The same people. It never changed. The Gentiles is talking about the Israelites who was following Gentile customs.
That's right.
Don't be deceived. Read.
That's right.
And the giving of the law.
Who was the laws given to? The Israelites. Read.
And the service of God.
The only people that can service God and please God is the children of Israel. Read.
And the promises.
Wait. The promises. Think about it. He promised Noah all the way down to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He didn't promise all people.
Right.
The promises are to the children of Israel.
That's right.
Guess what? Thus saith Paul.
Right.
Thus saith Paul in the Spirit of Christ. Read.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
Wait, well, hold on. Wait, as concerning what?
Bring it out.
Concerning the flesh,
Meaning concerning that lineage of people,
Christ came.
Christ came for the Israelites.
That's right.
Can't no other people fit that.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.